What's up? I'm Michael Brody-Waite, and today we're talking about how to deal with an a-hole, kick him out of your head, and reclaim massive amounts of energy. And every week I put out a video like this to help you live and lead mask-free. So if you haven't, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss one. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he had volunteered to be of service to a specific nonprofit, non-compensated position, totally just out of the goodness of his heart, and he agreed to take on a position, which I thought was great. But then one of the people that is part of this volunteer group at the nonprofit didn't like him, had a very difficult personality, I dare say was an a-hole. And as a result, she started hassling him nonstop because he didn't do something that she wanted him to do, and started questioning whether he should have the role and trying to figure out how she could make it so that he didn't have this volunteer position. Now, my friend internally was going through a tremendous struggle. On the one hand, he felt attacked and angry and really frustrated. And then on the other hand, he wanted to be of service to this organization. But the truth was, and I remember him telling me this, he said, you know what? Screw it. I don't want to do this. And part of it was his anger. Part of it was the fact that he didn't want to go actually be part of this organization, have this woman like challenge him in front of everybody and have an ego hit. And then there was a big part of him that was like trying to control her. So what he wanted to do in some ways was to not do it so he could show her that she shouldn't have acted that way. Now, I've been in that position a number of times where I'm trying to do something that's good, where I'm trying to be of service, and I'm sure you have too, and then someone makes it difficult. It's like handing someone a $100 bill and them saying like, no, don't give that to me, and making it really difficult, and you're trying to be of service. And so for him, you know, he was really, really hurt. His ego was really bruised. And so the key was, how can we use the 3 principles to work through this? And so once we got to what was really going on with him, so first of all, he was hurt, he was angry, he was frustrated. Also, he really wanted to be of service to this organization. Principle 2, surrender the outcome, became really helpful. Because he actually, when he started talking to me about this, he was saying that it was depleting his energy at work, at home. It was consuming him. When we did surrender the outcome, we identified that he couldn't control this woman. He wanted to, and he was trying by not showing up for this position. But what he could control was whether he showed up, did the next right thing, focused on his side of the street, and was willing to be of service to the organization that he had originally committed to. And so when we actually sat there and we said, what's the uncomfortable work? The uncomfortable work was to show up to this meeting where this woman was going to be there and be willing to be Teflon, to let whatever she said just kind of bounce off of him or slide off of him, which wasn't easy. And in fact, he actually said that he had tried that before. And so one of the things I asked him was, I said, when you tried it before, were you sitting there telling yourself, just don't react, just don't react, just don't react? He was like, yes. I was like, how'd that work out for you? He's like, terribly, I totally reacted. The 3 principles are all about changing our perception, hacking our perception so that we can live and lead mask-free, which gives us a tremendous amount of energy and gives us ease and freedom to be ourselves in this world. So what I said was, why don't you go in there and just accept what the situation is? She's going to say stuff that's going to bother you. And why don't you just keep saying, I can't control her, I can control what I do. I can't control her, I can control what I do. As opposed to, don't react, don't react, don't react, don't react. Because when you say don't react, it's almost like telling your brain, react. So, here's the deal. 50% of his energy was being lost by this human being that, as we say in recovery, was renting space in his head, rent-free. So he had two options. Number one, give her a bill and say, here's your rent and it's due, which I don't think she would pay, so that really wasn't an option. The second thing was do what any landlord would do. Kick them out. Kick out someone that isn't paying rent. And so he used the three principles to actually go through a methodical process where as he sat there, he was able to say, I can't control her, I can't control me, and my uncomfortable work is showing up no matter what. And so for you, as you go out into the world, my action for you is there somebody that's renting space in your head? Is anyone taking cycles of energy that could be used on the people that you love, on the good work that you're doing, or even the things that you enjoy doing? Are they robbing you of that energy? Ask yourself, are they renting space in your head rent-free? Use these three principles to kick them out, reclaim energy so that you can go out into the world without a mask. You can surrender the things that you can't control, focus on the things that you can, and do all of the uncomfortable work that will unleash your true potential. Now, if you want help learning to live and lead mask-free, please go to michaelbrody-waite.com where we have resources where I can teach you the system, I can be your sponsor, and I can introduce you to the society of other authentic leaders that are committed to living this way. And then, of course, please follow me on social because I would love to hear how this video impacted you. And if you need any coaching, just send me a question. I'd love to answer it.